Hey guys, it's Tasha. Welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut your own hair. I plan to give myself a haircut today anyways, but I figured it would be fun to make a video of it and show you guys how I do it. I'm just going to be doing a straight across, all one length, blunt haircut, no layers, nothing like that. I'm going to be doing a little bit of face framing, but you don't have to do that. Yeah, so if you want to learn how to do this haircut, let's get started. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to part our hair where we normally always part it. So when I style my hair, I always part my hair on the side, so that's where I'm going to part it and that's where I'm going to do my haircut. If you guys are someone that always tosses the hair back and forth and you don't have a specific part, you're going to want to part your hair in the center and then do your cut in the center, okay? So now that your hair is parted, you're going to want to divide your hair into two sections from the back and bring it forward. The section at the back doesn't have to be perfect, just divide it into two and bring it forward. You're gonna wanna make sure that you're either sitting or standing in front of a mirror because there's two reasons for this. The head position is the number one thing in doing this haircut. You wanna make sure your head is level and up. If you're trying to look down to see what you're doing, your haircut is gonna be uneven. So you wanna make sure you have a mirror in front of you so that you can just look straight into the mirror and you can see what you're doing without having to look down. The second thing that you're going to want to make sure that you keep your hand positioned close to your body. If you start lifting it out like this to see what you're doing, you're going to make your haircut uneven. So we want to make sure that we have our hand as close to our body as possible. And yeah, it is awkward because you're cutting your own hair. You can't really see what you're doing, but the mirror is going to help us out with that. So make sure you have a mirror in front of you. Alright, so once you've determined your desired length, you're going to want to grab your hair, comb your hair. You're going to want to squeeze your hair into the smallest little section that you can. If you have thicker hair, your section is going to be a lot bigger than mine, and that's totally fine. I just have pretty thin hair. So then you're going to want to hold your hair between your fingers. You want to squeeze gently to create a little bit of tension, but not too much. You're going to go down to where your desired length is, okay? And then again, this is the part where you have to remember to keep your chin up, level so that your haircut's even, and you're going to want to hold your hands as close to your body as possible. So now that I have my finger position just above where my desired length is, I'm going to hold my scissors. Make sure you're cut just under your fingers because you don't want to cut yourself. So you're just going to go ahead and you're going to start cutting straight across. There's no rush to this, so just take little by little. And that's it. So now that we've done one side, that's all you have to do, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you're gonna wanna comb your hair, brush your hair, make sure you have all the hair from the back. We're gonna wanna squeeze it into the smallest section that we can squeeze it, same as we did on the other side. We're gonna wanna pinch it between our fingers and slide down again to our desired length. And grab your scissors. Again, remember to cut a little bit below your fingers because you don't want to cut your fingers. Make it as even as you can with the other side. If you cut it and it's not perfectly even, we can always go in and take a little bit more off. That's totally fine. And we're going to take our scissors. Make sure your head position is up and your hands are as close to your body as possible. And just slowly but surely cut. There we have it. So as you can see, this side's longer. I'm gonna take a tiny bit more off just to make it a little bit more even. Alright guys, so for someone like me that has thin hair or a regular thickness of hair, I'm just gonna wanna leave my hair after cutting it blunt like that because I like the fresh blunt look for myself. But for someone that has really thick hair, when you cut it blunt like that, it might be too thick on the ends or too bulky. So I just want to show you guys a little trick to help soften the line if you have really thick hair. So you're just going to want to grab your hair between your fingers like you did before, but instead of holding it close to your body, you're going to want to hold it out a little bit. You're going to want to hold your scissors up and down, not this way. Make sure you hold your scissors up and down, but you're just going to want to cut in sections like this, going up. This is just going to take a little bit of bulk out, closing the scissors about, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, then let your hair down, comb it out, see if that's enough for you. If it's not enough, you can lift it back up and do a little bit more. This is going to help soften the line and just take a little bit of bulk out for anyone that has really thick hair. And yeah, So now that we've finished the bottom, we have blonde, nice, healthy hair. You can stop there or you could take it a step further. I like to do a little bit of face framing just to clean it up around my face to keep it healthy. I don't like to add layers or a lot of face framing, just a little bit to keep it healthy and clean it up. So before we start our face framing, I just want to tell you guys one thing. When we start cutting the hair, you do not want to start closing the scissors fully like this as we slide the scissors down to cut our face framing. For face framing, you only close the scissors a little bit, like literally just a little bit as you slide the scissors down. You never want to take chunks like this. If you do that, you're going to cut way more than you want to, and it's not going to be a smooth transition. So you're going to want to open and close your scissors just that little bit like we were talking about as I slowly slide my fingers down, okay? And same thing on this side. You can also do face framing another way, but if you have thin hair like me, you can even just comb the hair in the position that it normally lays, and you can literally just the same hand position, closing little by little. You can literally go, say I want to start it here, you can start slowly closing the scissors as you're sliding down. That's just going to be a little bit easier for someone that has thinner hair like me, so you can see the exact hairs that you're cutting so you don't cut too much off. And yeah. Alright guys, well that's it for today's video. I hope it was helpful. I hope you learned a couple tips on how that you can cut your own hair at home. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!